Hi, my name is Mark Murphy, and 16 years ago, my life changed as I had an encounter with Jesus. And I grew up in Dublin. I grew up on the north side of Dublin, and I just got involved in the wrong things as a teenager, and I got involved in alcohol and later on drugs, and my life started to spiral out of control. Maybe after my late teens and into my early 20s, the dependency on alcohol, it grew and grew, and my life was totally in a mess. By my mid 20s, I was starting to have blackouts from drinking, memory loss, and more disturbingly, I was having depression and fear and anxiety and worry, and eventually having suicidal thoughts. So by the time I got to 27, 28, I knew that my life was really out of control. My dependency had grown so much in alcohol that I couldn't do anything without alcohol, and I was getting into trouble with the police. I was getting into trouble, you know, um, in many different arenas of my life, and I needed help. I really needed help, but I was determined to just go on a drug binge and an alcohol binge, and for 2 years that's exactly what I did. Um, so at the end of the 2 years, I had had enough of life. I didn't have any hope, and I wanted really to kill myself. So it was in that moment, when I was just about to kill myself, that I fell on my knees, and for the first time in my life, I cried out to God, and I asked God if He was there. Just He better do something, because I was going to kill myself. So I basically, cried out to God, and I felt something change inside me. I felt this light come on inside me, and something in here really sparked, and I could really tell the difference within a day or two that I something had changed in my life. I didn't understand what, but all I knew was, like, I called on God, I called on Jesus, and something had changed. Now I had a radical change in the fact that I could see things differently. I could smell things differently. I could taste foods. The all the desire for alcohol went. I didn't have any tendencies for drugs anymore, and my life changed so far beyond what I thought. That I had this joy and I had this peace, and for the first time in my life, I actually had a hope in my future. And it was there, many many months later, that I read in the Bible in Jeremiah 29:11. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a future filled with hope." And now I could understand that, first of all, that there was a God, because God had changed me internally. He wasn't out there anymore, He was in here. And, as I cried out to Him, He was leading me on a new path, on a new journey, and I had hope in my future.